or yeah, you got in at 214, if I recall correctly. You sold it yesterday, then you got back in, and what? Yeah, I think it's going to continue to trend down right now. I think we're going to probably hit 208, maybe, and then possibly look for a bounce if volume comes in. Otherwise, we're going to go back down to about 204. Oh, you sold it. You sold it at a loss? Ah, it's okay. It's okay. That 204 area, it dipped a little below it. It went to 203.71. I was really confident about that 204 area, but sometimes you got to give it flexibility. It hit 203.71, bounced really nicely off of that level. Hey, good call. Sure, QQQ right now is pretty much flat going sideways. This is 0.58% down today, so the Bears are in the corner. Hit a low of 603.03. We are up over $1.20 off the lows. We're trending right along that S1 pivot on the QQQ. It's trying to decide which direction it's going to go. There's no directional conviction right here. Just moving sideways since about noon, about 11:30 a.m. It's just been going sideways. After that rip back down, what a nice move down that was. That was just so beautiful. Just woo! Hit that 603.03 and just been moving sideways at that pivot. Once we choose a direction, you're gonna know it's gonna pick up or down because we're right at it right now. Bears in the favor, so it does have a bias to go down. Moving sideways on the QQQ. Look for it to pop up. If it pops up with volume, look for it to retest that 607 area. If it drops down with volume, look to hit that 602 area, 601.80 area. So lots of room to make a move on the QQQ. Look at SPY rising here. Look at SPY 668.70 right now. Look to go up to 669.20. SPY down 0.42%. Moving up here. Nice bounce at that S1, S2 pivot. Look at that beautiful bounce. Pull up the SPY, put the pivots on 667.51 exactly. And I'm talking exactly on the dot. Hit the pivot, bounced. Moving up right now. Now 668.86. We're up 15 cents right here on the SPY. 15 cents. Moving up 668.90. 668. Yep, there it is. Moving up 669.20 target there on SPY. Drop below 668.50. Exit. Moving up to 669.20. Q's still flat. 604.41. Look at this bounce on Tesla here. This is what we were waiting for just a moment ago. Actually, I don't know if you guys heard me because my audio was off, but thanks to my friend here, told me we had some audio problem. ASST. Sure, let's check out ASST. No problem. Babushka. All right, where's this going to open? Here we go. All right, give me just a moment here. Going to pull this up for you. Hope everybody is having a good day today. And you said ASST. We got a request here. ASST. Pulling it up. Okay. All right. Big move down. Wow. 15.8%. We're hovering just below that S3 pivot. 2.13. All right. Let me zoom back out here. Get a larger picture. This thing's at a good little bounce area. We had resistance back over here. Historically, wow, a couple times we bounced right here. Now look real quickly. We had resistance all the way over here back a couple years ago. Big time resistance, big time resistance, big time resistance, big time resistance. And then we took this huge candle to break through that resistance we were getting rejected at. Bounced, came down, and we're kind of hovering just below that area right now. So it looks like it's too early to tell on this thing here. It's at two. There's two levels right now. Okay, you got a level of support along this line here. Okay, then you got a level of resistance. So there's like a tight price level. It's just of support and resistance right now. So the bounces, and now we're sitting underneath of it. But where we are right now, if you come across here, follow this dot. I don't know if you could see it. Again, it also used as resistance here on the lower teeter-totters here. So between 2.13 and 2.8 to 2.9, I mean that's really tight here. But this is very bearish. Either way, a huge double top here. Look at that, bang, bang, dropping down. Looks like we're getting something like this. Big move down, little bar, big move down, medium bar, maybe possibly come back down here to 130, 160. A lot of volume has been coming in here over the last few months. I got to do some research on this. Something's must be going on with this thing because ever since May, huge amount of volume has been started trading on here. I'm not sure what this is. ASST. What are you in on this? Oh, you bought it at 2.37. Okay. Oh boy. I mean, these things are volatile, but this looks like it's heading back down to that dollar range, like the 150, 60, 70 area overall. If we fail, there's even 208, 210. Look, I mean, look right here. Those wicks right here rejected off of it. We're at a level right now, and these candles here took a lot of volume to break up and below it. Right here, couldn't breach it. Breached it right here, rejected down off of it. Look at this, right on the dot, right where we're at, ceiling, rejected. Right where we're at, ceiling, rejected. So right now, we're at a significant price level. Right now, right here, between 208 and 215 area. So you got to give it a couple cents on either side. So if it fails and drops below, like again, 208 to 20, like if it hits 207, I would be worried. Okay, I would be worried holding this. But again, it is volatile, as you can see. All right. Any more requests? Just hit me up. Let me know. Let me pull this off real quick. I'm going to go over this for you later as well. I'm going to keep an eye on this just for you, all right? I'll keep an eye. I'm going to keep it up right over there. And I'll come back to it periodically. You could ask for updates as the day moves on. So I got it open right here. Right now, it's below the S3 pivot. If it's able to retake that S3 pivot, then that's our hope because we're going to use that as support. But yeah, we got solid support at that 210 area. Solid support. Okay, AMZN moving up higher here, 221.08. Look at the SPY still moving up, 668.90. We want to go up to 669.20, 669.25 to the S1 pivot. We bounced off the S2 pivot at 667.51 earlier. Is that 81 or 51? I got to make that a little bit bigger. 661, 667.81. Bounced off that on the dot, bounced up. We're waiting for the QQQ to make a decision here. It's 0.53 negative, but it looks like now we are officially back over that S1 pivot. And lacking volume, though. Lacking volume, lacking conviction. If we see a little bit of volume coming in, then this is going to move up to the 607 area, 606, to 607. Look for a bounce up if we get volume conviction. We have Kava, CAVA, breaching the S1 pivot and VWAP, 62.37. Look for Kava to continue to move down lower here. 62.37 CAVA, 2.25% negative. Was having a nice little run up, but I thought it was being propped up. Again, I have a long-term target of this of $40. PLTR, this is my buddy Brian. Okay, PLTR. Oh, I think I got that right here. PLTR hit that high at 186.16, 186.18. Wow, we bounced right on the dot on PLTR at the daily pivot point. Look at that beautiful bounce there. Came back up. That was going to be a rejection point, but it came back above it. It moved up with authority, and now we're retesting that R1 pivot and VWAP. If we get rejected at 183.10, 183.20, look for price to continue to move down lower here from this pullback. But if we're able to get back above that, look to move back up to the high, possibly 187 area. Big move up possibly here on PLTR. But we're at that area here. We have solid resistance above this because we broke back below it. We ripped up above it, that 183.50 area. We ripped up above it. We were bouncing on it, holding it as support, but we failed. So right now we're coming back up to test that. If we get rejected, it's going to move down. If we break back above it, we're going back up because that's that momentum we need. We need to get that momentum to pull us back up. It's pulling up here, but it's lacking volume. It hasn't had good volume since just about 12:30. It's just been kind of flat. But this looks a little bullish here. Look at this candle right here. Look at this 5-minute candle. This looks pretty promising. So if you're long on PLTR, we're waiting to break above that 183.30 area, 183.40. We got to get above this R1 pivot and VWAP on PLTR. It is positive 1.9%. The bulls are in the corner on PLTR. So that's our area. We're waiting for that area. My pleasure, Brian. Anytime, brother. You know I got you anytime. Anytime on anything. Coca-Cola continued to trend lower. Coca-Cola continued to trend lower here. Down 15 cents from that 67 area. So we're still holding that short. We're convinced it's going down here. Look for this continue to go down to that 66.60 area. Another 26 cents down. And right when we get there, I wouldn't be holding a short anymore. I'd be out because we got solid support at that area. We're already up 1.15% on symbol KO. That's Coca-Cola. 1.15% green. So the bulls are pushing this thing. The bulls are behind this. That's an area of conviction. We're either going to hold that area or breach it, and then the bears are taking back control. So I think we're going to hold that area at 66.60 and take a bounce there. So I would hold the short until that area and then get out and then reverse it on symbol KO. Look at Pepsi failing to hold that VWAP. This is what we were waiting for here. It's either going to bounce or rip down. Look, it's failed. Pepsi going to be heading down lower to 140.35 right now, 140.65. We breached that 140.80 and VWAP, symbol PEP, 140.80 breached officially with volume. Look for this to head down to the 140.40 area. T-Mobile, TMUS, looks like it's possibly moving up, 227.81. Hit a low at 223.58. Bounced very nicely on high volume. Ripped all the way up to 228.94, just shy of that R1 pivot at 229.10. Right now, we're hovering in between the R1 pivot and VWAP, 227.85. We got VWAP at 227, so 85 cents down. So if you go long here, I'd be cautious because you got 85 cents as a possible pullback or more. 85 cents to $1 pullback. But I'm fairly bullish on this to go up to 229.20. Make a new high, hit that R1 pivot. Hey, Spence. Yes, sir. No other way to do it. I can't type it unless you want to come and type for me. Tesla bounced very nicely over here at the 437 area, just above the high. This is what the area we were looking for here. If it was going to break below that 436.32, we were going to head down lower. Tesla very volatile, unpredictable. So I'm personally not trading it. Look at Coca-Cola continuing to moving down lower now, about 8 cents lower, 662.81 right now. We're looking for 660.80, 660.60, 66.60. Maron. Bitcoin, XRP, Dogecoin, Pepe, all moving lower right now, all making new lows. Not much longer, and then we're going to hit some support on all four. So, except Dogecoin. Dogecoin got a little bit more of a drop. But the XRP and Bitcoin just a little bit lower here, about 900 lower, about 120 even on Bitcoin will be some good support. That'll be the S3 pivot. We already broke through S1, S2. S2 gave it a pretty decent fight. Now S3 I think is going to hold it. I did sell out of my Bitcoin yesterday. Took the profit on BITU. That was 2x leverage and made 25% on that. Very nice little swing trade. Medium swing trade. Got in at 116 and held it all the way up to 126. A little over 126. But I think XRP is going to take a bounce really soon. About 285 even. Right now, 2861. Let's look at the rejection on McDonald's. McDonald's likely to head a little lower here. It did get some rejection at that 297 even, 297.10 area on MCD. Look for it to head down to 296.20. So at 60 cents lower, still heading lower. If we come back up and retest that pivot, it's going to break through and move up to that 298.50 area, make a new high. So have that plan in mind. Yes, PLTR. Look at that. Broke above that pivot point. That's our first barrier. So for the bulls, that's a positive move right there. This is what we were waiting for right here. Stage 1 has been completed for PLTR. Now we got one more stage, and that's VWAP. Just above that 183.55, 183.60 area. Once we break above that, then we have conviction. Volume increasing as well over the last couple bars. I do like that. This is looking promising. But be cautious on just jumping in on a long because this might pull back to retest that that 183 even area. So if you go long here, be prepared to go 40 cents negative on a pullback for a retest. I needed that. Meta holding support at that 709 area. Look at Meta, 709 holding support just above that right now, 709.50 right now, 709.50. Hit a low of 705.75. Had a high of 718.50. We are below VWAP, but above pivot point. Look for this thing to bounce here, especially if volume comes in our favor. It looks pretty decent. We are down 0.85%, but I don't think Meta's going to go down without a fight. Look at MSTR rising here. Look for MSTR 333.90. Look for 333.90 MSTR to move back up to 337. 337. Oh my God, this thing just now it's 334.20. 334.20. It's moving fast. MSTR moving pretty quickly. Moving up towards VWAP. We got ceiling there, though, so be careful. 337 to 338. Be careful at that area. So I'd be scaled out about 75% because we have a really tough ceiling at that price area. So we got VWAP and the R3 pivot. I'm sorry, S3 pivot. Forgive me. S3 pivot. Google, GOOGL, trying to fight back here. It's down 1.5%. GOOGL. Getting some type of rejection at this 247.25 area. Really tough to get above that. Right above that, about 227.50, 25 cents above that, we have VWAP. So I was expecting price to come up and then face the challenge at that area, but looks like we have something more long-term at that 247.25 225 area. If price fails here, look to head back down to the low, guys, on Google, Googl. If we fail here at this 246.72 down to 246.50, that area right there, very pivotal area. If we fail there, look to head back down to that 245 area, possibly make a new low on Googl. CRM bounced very nicely, 237.55 on that S1 pivot, heading up to VWAP right now. Expect this to pull back up to 240.50 to 241. CRM 239.40 right now, rising a little bit. A little bit of volume coming in too. I like this. UNH moving up higher, 364.50. I love this thing. I love UNH. I've been in since 290. Go check out those videos, man. When the CEO got hired, I was calling that. It was a very beautiful, beautiful one. Very beautiful call on UNH. UNH heading higher here. PLTR. Coca-Cola still heading lower. 66.79 now. 66.79. Still short on that to 66.60. Kava, CAVA, rising into VWAP. This is a possible rejection area here. Look for Kava. Possible rejection area at that 62.55, 62.65 area. Current price 62.49. So Kava facing rejection here. It's going to take a lot of volume to break above both the S1 pivot and VWAP. So right now, Kava, possible rejection here. So let's watch the volume on Kava. T-Mobile rising still, 227.91 now. Pulling up to that 229 area. Let's look at the NFLX having a slight little pullback here. Possible swing high right now at 1191.85. Right now, 1191.67. Look for a pullback to that 1191 even number. 1191 even. Ooh, Bitcoin pulling back up here. This is what we were hoping for. Coming back up to the S2 pivot now. 121.330. Volume coming in. Backing the move across the board here on all crypto. BTC, XRP, Dogecoin, Pepe, volume coming in across all four, pushing price higher. Bitcoin got a ceiling now at 121.8, so be careful on Bitcoin. Look for a slight rejection at 121.8. JPM facing rejection right now, down 0.58%. JPM, 307.42 right now, 307.35. It's at VWAP. It's been rejected 1, 2, 3 times and holding up below it. If we poke our nose above this area, 307.50, look for a pull back up. This thing might turn green if we're able to get above that on JPM. JPM breaks that 307.50. Look for it to pull back up to 308.50. So get a nice little dollar there. But then we got solid resistance at 308.50 because we got the daily pivot point. But that should turn us positive on JPM or break us even. Home Depot down 0.57%. Home Depot holding right at VWAP, just teeter-tottering. Look at this thing, just moving sideways. Just moving sideways. ADBE down again. This thing just every day down, 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 down. ADBE. Let's get slaughtered here. Look for ADB to actually rise up into the 350 area. Current price 348.30. Look for ADBE 348. Oh, 348.44. This thing's gonna rise up now. 14 cents up right there. Nice little bounce off of VWAP. 14 cents. Look for this thing to rise up to 350. We got volume there. Look at McDonald's still pulling back here. 296.54 now. Down about $1. We're still watching that area though, so be careful. Right around that 296 even. 296 even on McDonald's. I'd be out of a short. Possibly reverse, go long back up to 297.50. McDonald's, MCD. There we go. SPY taking a reversal. SPY turning negative here. I mean, they are negative 0.44%, but the SPY rejected right below the S1 pivot. A little surprise rejection area. 668.72 now, heading lower. Look at that volume that came in. Wow. They had a chance. They had a chance and they blew it. So SPY not able to hold that 669 even area. And the Qs unable to make a decision if it's going to stay above that S1 pivot or drop below 604.46. We need conviction here. We need conviction on one or the other. SPY teeter-tottering, very volatile. Apple going sideways. Guys, a lot of sideways action here. I know it's not just me. I got 50 stocks up here. Everything's just moving sideways. This is bananas. NKE, on the other hand, making new lows right now. NKE, very bearish. Very, very bearish. 69.02 now. At the low. Right this moment. At the low. New low. NKE down 3% today. Wow. This thing was just in the mid to high 70s just last week. This thing is getting clobbered. I love Nike. I think it's a $120 stock. I'm long on this thing. So I buy a little bit every day. I buy Nike every single day. Johnson & Johnson looks like it might turn up here. 187.70 right now, 187.72. Johnson & Johnson, that's J&J. Look for it to pull up to 188.25, 188.50, but that's where we got ceiling at the pivot point. It is already down 0.21%. So this thing has a chance at actually turning green. Johnson & Johnson today. 0.22% negative. 187.72 now. Johnson at J&J has a possibility of turning green today. Look at PFE getting rejected at VWAP, turning down 26.27, 0.62% negative today. Bears in the corner pushing this thing down, 26.26. PFE, that's Pfizer. Of course, I got J&J and PFE side by side. They go together, you know. Look at Ford. Wow, Ford got cracked today. Holy moly, 5.9%. This thing was down 6.25% today and pulled back from the low of 11.74, just above that S3 pivot. And it pulled back up and retook both VWAP and the S2 pivot. So that's pretty bullish. Right now, Ford's pushing back down into VWAP and the S2 pivot. So I would say if volume comes in here, which there is volume, it has a strong chance of bouncing maybe 10 cents back up, maybe taking back the 12.5, 12.5, maybe 10 cents here. Keep in mind, this is only a $11 stock. I mean, little moves. 12 cents on a $12 stock is pretty good, you know. So look at TSM making new lows right now. TSM 293.85, low of 293.28. I'm sorry, I thought I said 78. 293.28. We are heading back down though, rejected twice now on that S1 pivot on TSM. TSM heading down, 293.79 now. Looks pretty bearish, guys. It's down 2.83% on TSM. IBM, just a wild, wicked day today. Wow, look at this thing. Look at this thing. It was up to 316, and then we hit 289. What was that? That's bananas. Hit 316, went to 289, and now we're sitting at 294. Oh, this thing is crazy. I wouldn't touch that today. PFE still moving down lower, 26.24 now on PFE. Look for CAT to move down lower, 486.77. CAT, MSTR trying to move up still. We're aimed right over here, that 337 area. Right now stalling at 335.21. That's MSTR, bullish to move back up. Right now down 0.68%. This thing had a decapitation there. My gosh. Look at Google moving lower. Google moving lower here, taking out that low. Look for this to move down. Google, GOOGL 246.56. The bulls need to come back in here. We have a lot of signs saying this is going to go negative. MACD turning negative. Last candle bar, this candle bar continuing to move down. RSI declining. Rejection at that 247.25 area twice. Can't hold it. Just took out the previous swing low at 246.60. Took that out. Now 246.52. PLTR still fighting that area that we're waiting for right here. That 183.28. Just teeter-tottering in between VWAP and that R1 pivot. It's going to make a decision here. If it breaks back below, that's not a good sign for the bulls. It's up 2.08%, but we're waiting for this to break above 183.60, 183.50. TSM? No, I wouldn't buy that right now. TSM 293.84, down 2.83%. This might head back down to the lows. At 3 o'clock, sometimes when they're still around the lows, they just hold the trend and continue to go down. Usually around 2:30, I start looking for reversals. Things start to come back. Maybe right around now, 3:15. I expect them to be off of the highs or the lows, and at that point, you would say it might reverse. It has more of a chance to reverse. But when they're hovering around the highs at this time and hovering around the lows, statistically, they expect the trend to continue the trend on. So TSM likely to continue trend down. So if there's any type of reversal, it's still moving down. Look, 293.60 now. We were just at almost at 294. It's down 40 cents now. 293.50. This thing is zigzagging here. I think this is going to hit 293.56 on TSM. Look for this to take out that low at 293.28, head down to the 293 even, 292.90 area. And we got KO still moving down lower here, almost to our target at 66.60. Right now, 66.75. 66.75. Look at Tesla ripped down below this. Wow. New lows on Tesla. New low on Tesla, 434.652. Yeah. Well, I said not to go short because we were waiting for this area, but looks like that was a good short. But like again, Tesla is so unpredictable. Look, we bounced at that S1 pivot. So I mean that was the only predictable thing twice. And now we just ripped down below on gigantic negative volume. Gigantic negative volume there. But I mean, let's be honest here. Tesla right now at 434. In the next 45 minutes, this could close at 460. That's how crazy this thing is. This thing is insane. I wouldn't be buying it here. I wouldn't be shorting Tesla. But again, I'm biased. I'm very biased. I just don't like it. It's too volatile, too risky. Bitcoin now hitting that resistance area, 121,650, 121,652. So watch for rejection here across the board, guys. Watch for crypto rejection. We have MSFT starting to move up here. 523.48. We were down over 1.25%. 1.25% on Microsoft. Now it's only 0.96% negative. We hit a low of 521.44, moving up to that 525 area. Right now, 523.58. Look for this thing to move back to that 524.50, 525 area. So about $1 to $1.50 back up on Microsoft. Cut that 0.94% possibly in a third. Buy a third. Amazon taking back VWAP right now. Look at Amazon taking back VWAP. If it holds here, look for Amazon to move up 0.17%. Amazon's trying to stay positive. We have NVIDIA going negative now. NVIDIA is now red. NVDA is now red, 0.01%. Just turned red, guys. 185.49. I'm not convinced, though. I'm not convinced. I think this might turn green. It's going to have to show me some negative volume here. RSI turning down. We have a lot of bearish signs here, but I'm not fully convinced just yet. SPY turning, whew, man, SPY is just undecided right now. SPY 668.60 still. It's been this price for the last hour. Same thing with QQQ, just sideways action. It's pretty much 604.30 for the last since noon. PLTR still holding that 183.20 area. It's got to make a move above that 183.50 if we're going to go long. So we're waiting for 183.50 to go long. If it breaks below this here at 183 even to 182.90 area, that's going to continue to move down here. It is up 2.01%, but it's in a consolidation phase. Look at this. So just kind of squeezing in here. Squeezing in. It's going to make a bust out move soon on PLTR. Apple getting rejected here at VWAP. Look at Apple moving down lower, 256.06. We just came off of that low at 255.43, so we're up $1.50 right now off the low, just in the last hour and a half on Apple. Apple, strong rejection here. Look at this. Look at this big body candle here. Bigger volume coming in over the last hour. Look at Apple, AAPL, now 256 even, just dropped 30 cents on Apple. Oh, man, look, Tesla's still moving down lower. New low again, 434.40. Wow, 434.40. Kava's rejection here, 62.41. Kava might continue to move down lower. Look for Kava to move down to 62 even, CAVA. We're watching for T-Mobile to bounce at the 227.15 area, 227.25 area. If Tesla fails that, it's going to go down to that 226 area. So that's our bounce area. Make or break on TMUS. Nike, 68.90, bounced 15 cents now, 18 cents off that low. So we officially hit that S3 pivot. It looks like we're getting a lot of volume coming in. This might be a push back up here. This might be the reversal point for NKE. NKE looks like it's retaking the S3 pivot. Look for Nike to move back up to 69.50. 69.50 right now, 69 even. NKE. It's moving kind of quick too. 69.06 right now, 69.08 now. We're up almost 30 cents on the low just in the last two candles. Lots of good volume coming in here. It might move back up to 69.50. This is the area it's going to take any type of bounces right here, right now. Right here, right now. Look at NIO failing the S2, S1 pivot, falling back down into VWAP. Look for 7.41. Get a nice 5 cents on this thing. It's only $7, guys. So if you get 7 cents on a $7 stock, that's pretty decent. J&J just moving sideways. J&J. PFE still moving down lower here after getting rejected from VWAP at that 26.30 area. Right now, 26.25, 26.24. I think this is going to continue to move down lower. I think this might break that 1%. Right now, 0.7%. PFE might be moving down lower. Look at CVX. I like this CVX as an Xavier, not CVS. CVX. CVX moving up higher here. Very nice bounce. Couple nice bounces today. Very nice bounces. We missed that open bounce, but then we caught that bounce right over here at that 153 area. When it came back down, it came back real quick. We were waiting for that bounce on VWAP and the S1 pivot, and all in one candle. One candle. Whoop, boom. Just super fast. Super nice bounce there. And that was 153. Now, 154.32. We were scaling out at that 154 even area. 75%, so still holding about 25%. I'd say hold on to that all the way up until the end of the day. Unless this thing breaks below 154, which we got 34 cents down, which is possible. We might test that 153.15 area for maybe another bounce, but I'd be holding this throughout the end of the day. Pretty good continuation here. Nice momentum. This might be one of those stocks here. Now the U.S. market on CVX. Now we're about even on the U.S. market. It's up 0.21%. I'm still holding. Yes, Tesla is crazy. Tesla's like, I'm telling you, Tesla is like roulette. Look at that, 433, still making new lows here. See, but the problem is if you sell Tesla right now, okay, it could rip back up in one candle to 440, $7 in a blink of an eye. So it's like you're gambling. Tesla is a gamble. There's no real good skill in that. And I don't like to gamble. I like to see stuff predicted. It's so unpredictable. Making new lows here, guys. Tesla, TSLA. I mean, and that comes down to you guys. You know, it's hit or miss. It's like a coin flip. You take a dollar, but then next thing you know, in a blink of an eye, it rips up 7. I know from experience. Trust me. I stopped trading this a month ago because it just became crazy when Musk bought $1 billion in stock. Again, I think this is ultimately going up to $500. So if you're gonna buy this thing, I'd be holding it to 500. Just buy and hold it. Don't matter if it pulls back down to 420. I'd just be buying it. So day trading Tesla is dangerous right now. I'd be holding it, buying and holding it. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody. Bro, is CNBC. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yes, sir. You know it. NUKK Cardinal, are you still here? Text down there if you're still here, and I'll take a look at NUKK for you. Look at SPY moving down lower here, 668.54. This might be the move back down on the SPY. Look for SPY to make a decision. It's got to break that 668.45 area to go lower. It's got to break that 668.90 area to go up higher. So that's our zones for SPY. Mark that on your chart. Those are the two zones on SPY. Microsoft continuing to move higher. We are looking for 525 on Microsoft. Look at that now, 420, 524 even now. 524 even. Nice little pullback up here. We are looking at resistance at that 525, so I wouldn't be holding too much into that area. In fact, if volume comes back, volume is actually coming back in for the bulls right now. Very nice volume coming in. MACD holding strong, RSI holding strong. I'm convinced we're going to hit that 525. Look at that, already 524.14. Guys, we're up $2 on this. This is nice, MSFT. Continuing to move up here. If this drops to 523.50, I just get out completely. Take that $1.50 profit. MSFT. Target again, 525. 525 on MSFT. And be very, very cautious on holding past that. Because we got both VWAP and the pivot point. Solid ceiling. This is already negative 0.83%. That might be the ceiling for another push back down, for another leg back down. Brian, it doesn't surprise me you making money. Oh, Fig, yeah. I was looking at this earlier too, or the other day when you messaged me. Fig, FIG. Anybody else holding this? FIG? Let's take a look at this thing. Looks like it's in a little consolidation phase right here, right now. It's got solid support right around that 58.70 area. Okay, so here's a zone to mark on your chart. 61.75. Mark that on your chart. 61.75 and 56.80. 56.80 and 61.75. That's the top and bottom of this little sideways consolidation area. Right now, I mean, we're in a channel right now, guys. Look at this on Fig. We're in a little channel here. Let's see where this goes. I'm just curious. We'll just keep it right here. Beep. So if we break above this right here, I'd be going into the 61.75 area, that top. Okay, 61.75 from $60.25 all the way up to 61.70 to be safe. I don't know the spread on this on the bid ask. I don't know if it's close or if it's tight. But you see right now we're getting some rejection on this resistance area. We got solid support right here going throughout here. Was resistance, 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 support, 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 resistance. Now we got resistance here. If we come back down, look for support. These things like the trend, these types of stocks right here. If we break above this, we're going long up to that 61.75 area. So I'm actually gonna set a little limit order myself on this. Can you short this, Brian? Is this a shortable stock? Uh-oh. Hang on, guys. TikTok's giving me a test here. See if I'm still active. They make this so hard, man. If you move the mouse just a little bit, there's a delay with the puzzle piece. There we go. Drop it. Bam. All right, I did it. Okay. What's Tesla? Tesla 434.62. Maybe Tesla's going to bounce here. I see a little bit of volume. Maybe move back up to 436. 436.50. Get a quick $2 on Tesla, maybe. You know, that's a coin flip. T-Mobile rejecting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's T-Mobile. T-Mobile failed the bounce. T-Mobile failing the bounce. TMUS. Ouch. Look for T-Mobile to move back down now about $1 to the 226 area. We got about a half hour. T-Mobile. It could still hold it. It could still take it back, but it's got to be this candle or the next. Otherwise, if this takes another leg down, it's going down to 225.50 to 226. TMUS. Look for a bounce on Netflix here, guys. 1189.50. Look for Netflix, NFLX bounce. Nice little bounce area. We have volume profile at that area. 1169.50. Maybe if you want to go if you want the lowest area, a nice little window, 1189 even up to 1189.50 for volume profile, which is just below the R2 pivot. Is that R3 pivot? Wow. There's so much in this area. We got rejected there at the open. Came back up, retook it, hit a high of 1201, and then the bears just pushed it back down. And we've been teeter-tottering. But look for a possible bounce here. 1189.50 area where we're at right now. Down to 1189 even. We have VWAP. We have R3 pivot. And we have the volume profile. All in that area. Solid support area right here, guys. NFLX already up 2.25%. Look for a bounce on Netflix. Get a few dollars here. Maybe $5. $6. Little bounce. Kava, Sava, S-A-V-A or C-A-V-A? Kava getting rejected. C-A-V-A getting rejected here. It looks like, guys, look at that. It looks like a head and shoulder almost. Kind of a big sloppy head, two mini shoulders, like someone who does not do push-ups. Keep in mind the 5-minute patterns are weak. 15 minutes, the minimum that has decent. Now look at this. Look at that. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. So we break that neckline. Kava going down. Kava going to go down about 80 cents to $1 from right here. So 62.20 down to 50. I'm sorry, $61 even. 61.50. Kava 61.50. 61.50, 61.40 for CAVA. I like this volume too. Look at that. Right on the neckline. And then we got a follow-up bar pushing down, breaching the neckline right there. All right, 62.24 down to 61.50. Short on Kava, C-A-V-A. Now, my friend here, you said S-A-V-A? Okay, Sava, S-A-V-A. How's SPY looking? SPY is just moving sideways, still chopping in that zone. We got to wait for it to break out one way or the other. Right now, it's hitting that upper resistance where we've just been trending. That's 668.80, 668.90. If we get above that, if we break 669, look for it to move back up to 669.30, 669.40. It's moving up right now. Oh, it's moving up. I think we're going to breach it. SPY has a chance here. All right, SAVA. SAVA down 2.94%, hit a low of 339, but we're at 346 right now. Nice little recovery. We hit 348, but that rejection on SAVA was at a key area. Key area, which is VWAP, right on the dot. Look at that, rejection. Strong bar down, giving conviction to the rejection area of VWAP. Possible pullback down to this 341 area. I mean, it's only 346, so possible 341. Are you looking for intraday? Intraday? The good thing on your side is it's the end of the day, so end of day could swap this. You can get that surprise move. End of day, last half hour of the day, things could reverse and just say, hey, pivot, bam, and go the opposite direction. So look for this to continue to go down unless we start seeing some more volume. If for some reason it comes back, this is the area right here, that 348 area. So if we're able to get above, 347, 348, if we breach that, we have that 349. If we breach that, look to go back up to that 359, 360 area on SAVA. Otherwise, this thing's going to head back down to this 340 area. There's not a lot of volume on this thing. 8,000, 5,000, 3,000, 1,000. Stuff like that. Not really. It makes it hard. But these low volume stocks and ETFs, the good thing about them is if the price is rising and there's very little volume on these things naturally, and then you get to a point where you have a big candle and then a huge wick and there's 2 million volume. Then the next candle's 1.1 million. And next candle's 2 million. Next candle's 500,000. And it's starting to slow down. That's because it's now reversing. You see? So that's the only good thing that makes these small, low volume. Oh, 341. Okay, so you're in a good area right now. You're right at the bottom. You're right at the support area. You got a precision entry. Precision entry, Joey. That's a perfect place to be in. So you're at a good area. If price comes back down there, it should bounce at that area. That should be the floor. TSLA, okay. Tesla pulling up here. I said 436. We're at the 435 right now. 435.20, 435.25. Be cautious. We hit that low of 432.80, 435.30. Be cautious holding past 436. You got that S1 pivot just above it, probably at 438 actually, to 438.50. But we have a low over here at that 436 area, which I think could be used as a psychological ceiling on TSLA. Tesla rising 435.80. I'd be getting out really soon here at 436, 435.82. Right now, 435.78, 436. All right, now guys, be careful holding past here. It looks like it can go up a little bit more, maybe 15 more south. 436.13. Be careful right here on TSLA. Okay, McDonald's still struggling to bounce at that 296.30 area. Currently 296.24. MCD needs some volume here. Needs some volume to bounce back up. So it's almost break even. So MCD 0.07% green. So this is just a few ticks away from going red, and I know it wants to stay green right now. Same thing with T-Mobile, TMUS, except that's 0.96 positive. T-Mobile 0.96 positive. They are not doing too good holding this area. We wanted 227.30 to hold, and it's now 227.15, so we're underneath that key area. It needs to hold this area or make a return. Otherwise, we're going to head down to that 226 area. They're at 225.50 on TMUS. NFLX bouncing, very nice bounce. Now look at that, 1191.27. We were looking for the bounce at 1189, and now it's up $2. Beautiful bounce there on NFLX. NFLX up now $2.40. $2.40. Bounced off that 1189 VWAP and the volume profile and the R3 pivot. That's why I'm telling you guys, when you got things in line here, those are key areas to look for. That's why I got all these charts up here, and I look for those key things in all this madness. Guys, Nike making new lows right now. Nike moving down, still making new lows, trending lower here. Where's TSM? What's TSM doing? TSM 293.86, still hovering around that area, that low area. Still haven't taken out that 293.28. Actually, no, we did take out that low. It was 293.30 something. Now it's 293.28, so just recently taken out that low. We bounced up 70 cents from the low, but it's been zigzagging, using that S1 pivot as resistance. That S1 pivot at 294.15 maybe, right around that area. PSQ, wedging right now, right in the middle of the R1 pivot. So we got to wait for a breakout, up or down. So right now, we're kind of in a sideways symmetrical wedge, okay? And it's got to choose up or down. So if we take out that last swing high, which is about $30, I'd say 31 even. No, it's too high. $30.91. So if we take out $30.91, look for PSQ to move up. If we break below $30.84, look to move lower. Now this thing does not move a lot, okay? So just be prepared. 5-10 cents is really the most you're going to get out of this thing. PSQ. I'm actually about to remove that because I haven't had those requests come in recently. I think I'm going to replace it with something. So PSQ. Oh, look at Meta. Meta bouncing very nicely here. Look at that. It's finally out of that consolidation area. Meta choosing to go up. It's down 0.5%. Look for a continuation up, possibly the 716. possibly to 716. Look for Meta, maybe turn green before EOD. It has a very, very good chance. Look at that big volume. Look at that big volume on Meta. Ooh, that's so nice. That is so nice. That's the hope it needs right now to reverse this day, this red day. If this continues on this next bar or two, that gives us conviction, not just a little plop, someone just coming in there, pumping something up here, maybe taking profit on a short or just one buyer coming in. We have conviction. This thing's going up to 716. So 712 even right now. Oh, 712, 712.20, 712.20 on Meta. Target 716. Look at Apple moving up higher. Apple AAPL. Look for Apple to continue to move up higher. We've been getting rejected at this area. I think we're going to breach it right now. 256.25 right now on AAPL. Look for Apple to move up to 257, 256.85 area. Up 256.36. Here it goes. Volume coming in, backing it up. I think we're going to breach VWAP here, move up to the daily pivot point at that 250, 257 down to 250, 256.80 area. So between 50 and 70 cents here, move up for Apple. Tesla moving up 436.30. Careful at this area, guys. I told you, careful at this area. It is down 3.73% on Tesla. Nice. Hey, a dollar's a dollar, and 60's even better. You took the long on it, or did you go short and exit? McDonald's trying to hold this VWAP 296.40. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? T-Mobile holding. I like this. I like this green candle here with the volume. T-Mobile showing promise here. 227.40 now. T-Mobile up 1.09%, 227.39. Look for this to move up to 228.50 possibly with the EOD volume burst. We got XRP heading back down. We got Bitcoin holding at that RS1 S2 pivot. Bitcoin moving sideways at that S2 pivot, but XRP looks like it's discorrelating, moving lower. So is Dogecoin, so is Pepe. JPM just trying to do the same thing that T-Mobile's doing, is try and push off of that VWAP and head back up to that daily pivot. 307.50 right now on JPM, down 0.54%, looking to get up to that 308.50, get a dollar on JPM. Volume coming in. This might bounce back up to 308.50 on JPM from 307.40. Home Depot still sideways, not deciding direction. Walmart moving up higher, 102.80. Look for 103.30 on Walmart. WMT 102.90 now, 102.96. Moving up here on Walmart. Volume pushing it up. Look for 103.30. 35 cents on WMT. KO starting to bounce off VWAP. 66.80 now. KO starting to bounce up 1.04%. How's Pepsi doing? Where's Pepsi? Pepsi. There it is. Pepsi fighting VWAP. It's underneath VWAP, 140.71. It's got to break that 140.75, 140.80 to hold above VWAP and push back up higher. So Pepsi undecided. Netflix still pushing up higher, 1192.44. We want 1194, 1193.50, 1194. We got in at 1189. Tesla 437.80 now. Wow. Now here we are at that second barrier. This is supposed to be resistance here for Tesla S1 pivot. Keep in mind, Tesla is wild, has no rules. It does what it wants. 437.76. There should be a ceiling here for Tesla. But again, one candle can burst this thing up to 460. I'm expecting rejection here at that 437.50 437.80, 438 even area. SPY. Ooh, look at that little return SPY did. 669.38, 669.23. Look for a rejection here on SPY. Right here, right now, 669.30, back down to 668.80. This is an area of rejection right now. We're hitting that S1 pivot, rising into it. Just above us at that 669.75 area is VWAP. If we get a burst of EOD volume, this thing could breach this pivot, but it has the bears pushing it down. If we breach this high, look to move up to 669.65, 669.85. I'm expecting it to get pushed down though. Got to be prepared either way. And we have the cousin of SPY. We got the QQQ. 664.83, still moving sideways, no directional conviction. Amazon turning up here, nice bounce off of the VWAP, 221.66, moving up higher. Expect Amazon to continue to move up into the end of day. Amazon, look for USO to continue to move up, 73.22. Nice move from 72.60, 62 cents up there from this afternoon. Very nice trend up off of VWAP and the daily pivot point. I'm telling you, that's just such a solid area. I mean, you could just plot that on. You don't need me. You don't need anything. You can just go plot that on your charts, and that's all you look at right there. Very beautiful volume, of course, too, and price action. But oh, look at Google moving lower here. Surprise move. Look at this. Google approaching new lows here. I mean, it's not at the low, but it's ripping down. Look at this candle. Huge candle. 246.09 now. Huge candle. Decent volume coming in now. That's a large 5-minute candle here, guys. It's three times the body length of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. This is a big candle right here. Google 246.04 now. 50-cent drop here. Big drop on Google. How's the Qs looking? Qs just still ticking sideways. MSTR getting rejected just below VWAP in that S3 pivot, 332.90. Volume coming in here. This might trend back down, guys. This might continue. Moving lower, 332.86 now, breaching that 333, 332.20. Oh my goodness. Oh my, MSTR getting smacked around right now. Just dropped $1, 331.81. Wow. Expect this to continue dropping here, 331.70. Holy moly. 331.67. Ride MSTR down to the close. XOM moving up higher here, 114.10. Expect to move up to 114.40. XOM. Look for coin to move down to 375.60. Current price 375.85. Look for coin to move down about 25 cents here. KO. Look for KO to hold support right now. 66.72. Coin still dropping. 375.62 now. Dropping still. 375.59. Q still moving sideways. SPY still moving sideways now at that S2, S1 pivot. Tesla getting rejected. See, this is what I was talking to you guys about. That's why I said be careful holding along past that 436 area. We did hit 437, 438, but then look at that rejection there. Hard rejection at that S1 pivot. Look right on the dot. We used that as support right around 11:30. Used it as support right around 2:30. Broke below it, and now we used it as rejection just 5 minutes ago. Okay, let's check it out. ASML. ST. I gotta take a drink. Holy moly. ASST. We're at that area. See that? Look for support right here. Look at that. Look at that. Solid support area. Bounce. Bounce. We're there now. Look for a bounce right here. Look for a bounce right here. Back up to the 218, 220 area. Maybe 222. It could be the bounce. Look at that volume. Nice volume bar. This is support. If we breach that, it's in trouble. No question about it. So if it stays above this area right here, right now, look for it to move up. With this volume coming in here, I expect this to move back up to the 218, 220 area. And if we breach this VWAP at the 222, it can go all the way on up to 230. But if it fails here, then it's really in no man's land. Yeah, it won't look good. Then it's just like free falling. So let's keep an eye on that for you. Guys, final 7 minutes of the day. SPY breaking back below the S1 pivot. Taking a bearish stance there. SPY buying $1,000. What's your entry? What's your entry on that? Look at Google continuing to moving down lower, 245.69. Beautiful, beautiful short here, guys. Beautiful short here on Google. Careful right here. Now we're approaching the low. This could create a double bottom effect. 245.61 is the low. 245.74. If we take out that low, look to move down to the 245 even area. Google bearish right now, down 1.87%. Hold that short down to that level. Careful around that 245.60 area. Again, 245.78 right now, getting close to it. MSTR still moving down lower now, down into 332 even, 331.90. Uh-oh. We're breaking the 331s now. Wow, this thing's down. Whew. This thing's moving. 331.89, 331.94 on MSTR. Let's check out Coin. Coin 375.12, 375.06. Watch out right here, though. I know it's down 2.79%, but we got support coming in at that 375.25 area. We got VWAP. So look out for that. We've been respecting it all day. All day been respecting VWAP. We haven't used that support yet. And now we're coming down into it. Look for support. Look for coin possibly to move up. I know it's down 2.74%, but look for a slight bounce here. PLTR getting rejected. Look at this. I mean, it's consolidating still. It hasn't quite chosen a direction, but it's looking pretty bearish right now. If I had to take a projection, I'd say this is going to move down right now. It's 182.20 right now. Look for this thing to head down lower. 182.20. It's going to take a lot of volume to recover here. 182.18, 16 now. PLTR, look for it to head down lower. QQQ heading back down. 604.71 now. Slight pullback. Seems like it keeps hitting that ceiling. It just can't penetrate it. 604.69. Same thing. We're just hovering around that S1 pivot right now with the SPY. Look at NVIDIA heading down lower. Look for NVIDIA to continue making low here. 185.17 heading down lower. Volume coming in to back it up. We got AMZN continuing to move up higher. 221.93. Look for 222.40. That's the goal. 222.40. We're almost there. I'd be scaled out by then, about 50%. Hold 25% to 222.80, and then hold the next 25%, because then we got that R1 pivot just above that at 222, 223 even. So some obstacles above us there. Tesla still moving down lower. 434.08 now. Just dropped another dollar. Heading down. Got the low of 432.80. Look at Kava. Just look at that. Look at that rejection there. Heading down to new lows now. New low right now on CAVA 61.77. Moving down lower. Volume coming in. Lots of volume coming in on Kava. Nice short there, guys. Nice short there on Kava. Wow, beautiful short here. Look at T-Mobile turning up here. We were looking for that bounce, moving up here. Nice big candle, nice big, huge volume. Biggest volume all day right now. Huge volume. Look for this to continue to trend up to the 229. Man, that's such a beautiful move up there. Beautiful move up on TMUS. I hope somebody got that. I hope somebody got that. I hope somebody got Kava too. I hope you guys are getting this stuff here. Look at SPY. Big rejection now. There it is. It's choosing. SPY 668.90 now. Big drop here, guys. Look at Kava 668.90. Ooh, it fell, guys. Look at it dropping. SPY dropping hard. Nvidia continuing to fall 185 even. SPY dropping, huge volume coming in here. Gigantic volume 668.83, 668.79. SPY getting clobbered right now, from 669.40 down to 668.79. Ooh, just dropped 50 cents here, 60 cents in just two candles. Big drop. Whew, wow. And the QQQ is dropping into below the S1 pivot, 604.25 now. It's still got to breach that 604 even to go short on that. But the SPY just zigzagged there. Wow, what a move down. AMD just kind of moving sideways, pretty flat, holding below VWAP all day. Rejection, 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 rejection. Constantly at VWAP. I mean, so predictable on that. GLD holding above VWAP. Support, support, support. 366.25. And USO continuing to move up higher. Man, what a great move on USO. USO now 73.20, moving up to that R1 pivot. NFLX starting to hit that rejection, that volume profile there. 1190 now, 83. We hit that at 1189, drove it up to 1193. Hit that rejection, that volume profile, turning back down here. I'd be cautious at continuing to hold that. Amazon, AMZN, yes. Amazon. Amazon. Amazon got a lot of negative volume coming in here. Oh, end of the day right there. I'd say look for some support and continuation moving up. Right around here, that 221.70 up to 222.80. Good dollar move back up there. ASST looks like it was holding. Looks like it's holding that area. See, that's what we were waiting for. See that bounce? See that? Bam. Nice. Nice. See, this was solid support. Held it nicely and pushed back up there. Very nice. Very nice. What a nice little bounce there on ASST. Man, what a crazy day today. It's just lots of zigzagging. Tesla just all over the place. So we'll keep an eye on this for you. I'm going to continue to monitor it. Coinbase just got its head beat in, but it came back. I mean, this thing was almost 3.5-4%. Now it's down 2.54% at the end of the day. 375.78. We hit a low of 363. Bounced back pretty nicely off of the S3 pivot. Retook back the S2. Retook back after getting some resistance from VWAP. We retook it back. Then we are trying to take back that S1 pivot, but it looks like just wasn't able to take it back. But it cut its loss down by about a third. And What's our biggest loser today? What's our biggest loser today? MSTR maybe? MSTR, one of the biggest losers today. 8.8.5% down. Just got clobbered. This thing just got clobbered. I mean, just down all day long. All day long, this thing just got beat up. Google dropping. Even right now, still dropping 245.76. USO, nice day on USO. We hit that long at 72.45 and drove it all the way up to the end of the day. I mean, that was a really nice call there. Then we had that Kava short. Look at that. Still head down. I said hold it into the close. 61.57 made new lows into the close. Beautiful move there. Beautiful move there. I just love that. That was such a beautiful move. And Walmart, that was a beautiful long 102.40 all the way up to 103.25. 102.40 up to 103.25. Hit. Look at that. We hit the R1 pivot right on the nose and just rejected right there. See that? Pull up WMT. 103.25. That's the R1 pivot. We hit it to the penny and pushed back off of it. Now we're at 103 even. Such beautiful zones here. These pivot points, guys. Just beautiful. I love these pivot points. When I first discovered these, when I first started trading, I never took them off. I fell in love with them. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. They make trading so great. They and really help. And then VWAP, just boom. Put them two together, gorgeous. With volume, oh my God. I just absolutely love it. Sure. So pivot points are an indicator on any platform. So you go to your platform, go up to indicator, and look for pivot points. Sometimes they have different kinds, like Fibonacci pivot points or some other kind. But if you can, it depends on the platform. Just choose pivot points, or it might say standard pivot points, and just choose that. Plot it on your chart. Some platforms you got to go through some charting mumbo jumbo because then they shrink your chart and it looks crazy. But on Robinhood, for example, they don't do that. But if you have, say you have Thinkorswim, which is Charles Schwab, or you have IBKR, or you have, oh man, look at this. Look at this ASST still moving up higher. Now 218. This thing just ripped up 8 cents, $2.10 up to $2.18. Solid support there. I hope you're still holding that. So yeah, a lot of these places. Oh, and Fidelity, they when you plot them on your chart, they just squeeze it. They like just to fit everything in there, and then all the candles look bananas, and you got to constantly stretch the chart. But there are some options on there. It's different on every platform, and you got to like tinker with it. I would call support and figure out how that platform. Like, hey, look, listen, I don't want to keep doing this on my chart. I just want it to just be plotted on there and be able to move freely. And on here on Robinhood, everything's just plotted and it all looks very nice. But on most charts though, on other platforms, it looks like this. I mean, let me pull something up here. I'm going to show you. It looks crazy on some platforms. All right, so say this is the pivot points. They squeeze it like this. Like you can't trade like that. Like look at that. It shows all the pivot points and it's all tight candle action. You can't trade like that. I need it spread out. It's got to be normal, like this. You got to be able to see everything normally. So that's what I would recommend. And then VWAP, same thing. You go into indicator, plot VWAP. AMZN, still holding, 222 even. I think, wasn't that, wait, 220, 240? What was my original target there? 220, 240, 220, 250. Hit 222 even. But it's end of the day. But if you're holding, obviously looking to go on up, maybe even hit 223 if you're going overnight. Yeah. Yeah, crazy day today. Crazy day today. I'm going to start looking at crypto again very shortly. I hope it continues to fall just so I can get a better discount price. You got XRP moving down 3.83%. I want this to hit like 270, 264, and then I'll start getting in a little heavy on XXRP, which is a 2X XRP leverage ETF. I love that. Nike. Oh, you bought it or you short it? And that was making new lows constantly all day, 3.05%. NKE was kept continuously moving down lower. Just came off of the low. Oh, long-term play? Long-term play? That's cool. Yeah, Nike. I buy Nike a little every single day. Yes. Yes, for long-term play. Again, I think it's going to go to 115, 125, almost a 2x at this point. Almost. XRP. Yes, I love XRP. XXRP, 2x leverage. Yes, I think XRP is going to have a slight little bounce here. 2875 right now. We had a nice little bounce at that R S3 pivot right on the nose. I mean, S3 pivot, XRP came, boing, right there. That's that little pullback right there, 2875. But at this level, you see we had some support earlier in the day, so it's going to take some good volume to breach above this. We had support at 2875, 2878 earlier in the day, right around 11 to 11:30. And then we have resistance just about an hour ago. We hit that and then pulled back, and now we're reapproaching it. So if we breach this right here, right now, where we're at right now, 2876, 2877, 2878, if we are able to breach this and then close above it, open above it, we're going to go up probably to that 292 area, which is the next pivot point, 291. I love XRP. I absolutely love it. XRP is beautiful. Same thing with Dogecoin. I think Dogecoin, if Dogecoin's able to hold, they're going to continue to move up. But I'm rooting on them to all go down because I want to buy and swing back up. 120, Bitcoin hit 12600, pulled back 1600 off the low. So Bitcoin making a slight comeback post market into the post market. Very nice. I mean, crypto got beat up today, but I hopefully it'll get beat up for the next couple days, and we'll get better prices for a little swing throughs. And again, I like to buy crypto on the ETF market. It's like buying what is the ETF? It's like a stock. It's like a portfolio. Okay, so you buy Bitcoin, and let's say, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw a number out there. Let's say it's 0.6% of a spread. So that means when you buy it at a price, you're buying it with a 0.6% spread. So if you sell it and you get a 0.6% spread, that's 1.2% you need to make. The price needs to make to break even. So that gives a huge disadvantage. But if you buy the ETF, then you get it at that price. Let's say the ETF's $58 on Bitcoin. You buy it at $58, you sell it at 58.01. I mean, it's that easy. That's like that's what I love about ETFs. Same thing, XXRP. I love XXRP. I love BITU. There's so many other Bitcoin ETFs. There's so many of them out there. Okay, if you want to know them, I'll be more than happy to direct message you. So if you got any questions about that, message me and I'll make a little list for you and send them to you. MSTR got beat up today. I would wait personally. I mean, this was a little area like, look, bounce. We're here now, kind of going flat, but that was into the close. So of course we're gonna have some flat action, but I'd be reluctant to buy Morningstar only because of this big day. MSTR. I am a fan of Morningstar overall. So if you're looking to buy and hold, of course, today was a great opportunity to buy and hold for long term. No question about it. I mean, we hit that pivot point today and just got clobbered. Look at this. Hit that pivot point right over here at 359.44 and just got smashed. Just fell all the way down. I mean, how obvious is this? Look at that area of liquidity, just double rejection right over here. Just a beautiful, beautiful sign here. I'm going to zoom back out into like the hourly chart just to get a different perspective. And let's see here. And again, this is MSTR. Oh my goodness, I love it. I just love it. I love Morningstar. All right, so right around this area here. So if this thing continues to drop right now, 328, I'm liking 324 for a nice bottom support area. I mean, look at this. We chopped above that area all through here. Come over here. Look, we used it as rejection. We had a blast through it, used it as support, broke below it, used it as resistance. Came back up, used it as resistance. Came back up, used it as resistance. And then we had a blast above it. Came back above it, support, 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 support. Broke below it, resistance, support. Now we're coming back down into that area now. So if we bounce over here, if we fall into this, it might be a bounce area. Not guaranteed, only because look at all this. Just it becomes almost too predictable at that point, especially with this recent breakthrough. But I'm gonna buy it right here myself. So I like that 323 to 324 area on MSTR. If you don't have a position on that, be a nice little area to enter and hold. But yeah, I absolutely love that level. Okay, I'm looking at it here. I'm zooming in a little bit to be more precise here. I like 319 up to 324. That's a good scale in area. 319 to 324 on MSTR. Yes. There you go. I put it in the chat for you. It's a little sloppy. I put MST. It's MSTR. MSTR. Sorry about that. I try to type too fast. Guys, not a lot of kitty cats today. That's because I kept them up all day. They tried to go to bed this morning after running around all night, and I just you know, tried to keep them up, but now they're sleeping because I got to work. So, but usually when I wake up, they go to bed, and I was like, nope, not today, not today. Yeah, not a lot of post market action. I'm gonna start shutting down here, guys. Nike reapproaching the lows here, 68.91. The low 68.90. NKE entering into the daily low post market. We got HON rising after market here slightly. IBM had a wild day today. IBM hitting the upper 3.8, like 316 to 318 high, then dropped all the way to 289.42. That is crazy. Something like 30 something dollars. What? On Nike? IBM. That's crazy. And now sitting and just move sideways the rest of the day. IBM 294 into the closed post market. Yeah. Guys, any requests before I start shutting this down? Any requests? If you guys are new here, like, subscribe, follow. Make sure you come back every day, guys. Every day we do this. Lots of nice action here. Check out my videos here. You get more of a feeling during live action time. It's fun. It gets really fun here, man. Lots of action here. Love it. Love it. But I'm glad you guys are coming in now, getting a little taste. Look at that. Look at that hold on SPY at that 69.20 area. We had resistance, and that's because look at that daily pivot right there. We had the S1 pivot, resistance, 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 now support, and now retested again on the last candle, support, 669.39, SPY, trying to use that as support here and bounce back up post-market. Same thing with QQQ, just been hovering at that S1 pivot, 604.63 right now, trying to head up post-market, trying to head up, mixed volume into the close. I love Kava. That move on Kava was just beautiful. I think that was the trade of the day. Kava and USO. USO, that long on USO, the short on Kava, the long on WMT. Those were the moves of the day right there. I just love it. We missed that Tesla short. I wasn't convinced, man, that it's so volatile. But we got that long from 434 up to 436. We got that $2 move. It went up to 438. Warned about that bounce back down that rejection area at that S1 pivot. And look at that. Rejected very nicely on point because it respected that area twice already earlier in the day at around 11:30 and again at about 2:30. Broke below it. We rose into that, and that was that exit area. We didn't want to hold that above that. I spent money on these. Yeah, of course. They weren't free. They weren't free. Ah, check this out, guys. Look at this little baby kitty. This is Muffin here. My daughter named him. My daughter named Muffin. Look at the face. Look at this face. Look at that beautiful face. Look at it. Look at the camera. Look at the camera, you. Look, look, look. Beautiful kitty cat. Got a brother here. Got his brother. MSTR Kava. Yeah, yeah. MSTR long-term play. Yeah. Rusty Nail, when will you be in profit? Well, hopefully every day, or hopefully more than not. I've been doing this. You must obviously you're new here, Rusty Nail. So we do this every day. I've been doing this since 2013, and I think I really started to pick up took me about 2 years really, to be honest. It was just mixed. Got slammed in the beginning, like everybody else, and then just got mixed results for the next year, and then started slowly. Thank you, I appreciate it. And then started slowly picking it up in time. Got to learn from the mistakes. Trading journals are very important. That way you collect the data on yourself. It's not about the market, why you actually did it. It's about collecting data on yourself and then adjusting yourself. And it's just like doing back tests on the market. Like, okay, every time this hits that and every time this does that, then we do this, and then you get your statistics on that. You got to collect data on yourself because a lot of us are blind on our own actions. We become ignorant to ourselves. We're not paying attention to ourselves, and that's something that I was doing in the beginning, like we all do, because we don't know any better, right? We don't know any better, and of course, like everybody, I was buying and then adding as it dropped and then going heavy, heavy, heavy. And then my losses got worse. And I was like, no, it's going to come back. And it doesn't come back. And then you got to exit out. So my biggest advice is on people is get a trading journal. But don't just say, I entered here because volume came in and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, do that. But then really put how you feel and about yourself. And maybe take a day or two and trade by the rules. Like, even if you lose that day, say, I'm going to lose today. Today's going to be a red day. I don't care, right? But I'm going to stick to my plan. And if it goes against me, I'm just going to get out. I'm going to get out. If it enters this area, I'm going to exit. Do that. 2 days is really all it takes to really reset your mind for day traders. Is because you start to create a new trend and a subconscious habit, right? You start to do that. You're really only 8 to 15 trades away from starting a new a new trader, a new habit, positive habit. So that's the best advice I can give anybody. MSTR. I don't like Kava. No, I don't like Kava. I don't like Kava. I think Kava's going to go down to 40. I love NKE. I think MSTR. It's in a tough area, but I think it could find support soon and take a little bit back of its losses. But it's at a decent price. Yeah, it's down what? MSTR what? Down 8.5%. I mean, you got a point there. But long-term play, it's at a pretty discount price. If you want to make it, it's at 329, get a 30, 40, 50, 60, $70 profit. Everybody was saying at Tesla when it was at $200, the thing it was finished, right? It was done. It's over. It's finished. Tesla's finished. I I got in that. I still have some position right now from $240 of Tesla. It's up over 80 something percent right now. I just showed you guys what the yesterday or the day before. MU. I'll check out MU for you. Give me just a second here. MU. Micron Technology. All right, MU Micron Technology. They got beat up today. Just same thing like MSTR. Huh. They look slightly correlated here. That's a little strange. I think the part of the problem is some technology got hurt today because of the AMD gain. A lot of people in the technology sector, a lot of the investors obviously consolidated their technology portfolio into AMD post and during that rip up. So obviously they sell a little bit of a little bit of IBM, they sell some Microsoft, some Meta, MSTR. Clearly they exited out of there. A lot, so a big buyer in AMD must have pulled out of MSTR, no question about that. But this thing's been trending up very nicely. I gotta look into this more long term. I do not own this, and I have not traded this, but it looks pretty decent. And I like the daily actions. It really respects pivots. I love that. Wow, this thing really does. I love it. This is beautiful. I might add this to my chart. I mean, to my chart list. Thank you, Rocky. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. Try to do it every day, little every day, baby steps. Sure. So right now we're looking at MU. This was from another follower. This looks pretty solid right here. I really like this MU stock. Right now, just had a slight pullback. Believe that's sell action from AMD liquidity. So I think technology took a little bit of a hit for investors consolidating capital going into AMD, that big burst up. I think this is a nice little discount price for MU. I think it's a discount price on a lot of other technology stocks that are moving down. I would say look for maybe a possible another leg down here on MU. Maybe back down, even down to 174. It could drop another $10 to $12. It needs to hold if it, especially if it fails right here, because right here, if you look at this area where it's at a pretty solid support resistance line. Now let me stretch this out just a little bit so you guys can kind of get a better view of this here. All right, so right here, this is where we're at. Okay, come across here, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. All right, so right now we're at support. We breached it momentarily. That could be the wick, but right now it is in a good position for the bulls still. Even with this huge drop down, we dropped into and are holding support, which coincidentally just so happened to be the S1 pivot, but we're below the S1 pivot, so that's against us. So there, it's a push and pull right now. This likely I think might hump back over, and we might get this like this. This is a perfect example. We might get something like this. Okay. Yeah, we might get something like this. See this leg down, boom, and it might come back down. I think 181 is definitely a good realistic area down to 176 for MU. But if we're able to take this back and we hold support here, then this thing's that's just going to continue its long-term trend here. Now let me zoom out here and show you. This way you have A and B. It's always good to have A and B. Look at that beautiful continuous trend up over each day here, just up, 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 up. Really nice here. Thank you for sharing this one. Thank you. You always got some good stocks to share. Every day you always got something good here. This was really good. I like this. We might see something like this though. Look, see this, right? This move here, very similar. Boom, sideways, come up, move sideways, and start trending back up. That's what I think might happen here. We might make a half a leg down. Yeah, to that one between 174 and 180, and then start moving sideways but up. So MU definitely looks good. Nice little buy here. Had a high of 201 even. Look at that rejection. Ran at 201 even. Hit that high. Bam. So right now, $15 discount on MU. $15 discount. Oh, nice. Amen. Okay. Any other requests, guys? We got half hour at post market here. Look at that. Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. You guys got to come during the market, and it's live here. It's real fun. Super fun. You come here during the live, during the day. Lots of action. I like XOM. I think XOM is going to continue moving up here. Probably get about 60 cents back up on XOM. Go up to that 114.80. XRP starting to curl over here. 2.872. I'm hoping all the crypto moves down because I want to buy it a little bit lower here. I think it might teeter-totter. Pepe back below 1,000 at 952. I love that. I bought in at like 600 and then I sold at 1,400 on Pepe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful buy. I got over 100% on Pepe, on Dogecoin over 100%. Just yesterday, just the last week, I got 25% on Bitcoin. That was BITU, a 2x leverage ETF. Love that. ASST. Let's take one more look at that for you. As long as we stay above that pivot, that support area, it's okay. We're gonna see some volatility. What the heck is happening here? Let me refresh this. There it goes. Okay. I don't know what happened there for a second. Yep. See that this it came back up, and this was that area. We had to hold above this. That's the pivot point right over here. That's the daily pivot. Okay, I'm not the daily pivot. That's the support pivot. We did poke our heads above it, but look, we weren't able to hold it. And now we're heading back down. But as long as we stay above this, that's the area that we were looking for right here. This is a very pivotal area. That 210 area. It's back down to 211, but we bounced back up and hit 219. That was a nice little rip back up. That was beautiful. But now we're heading back down. So watch that 210 area. Set that alert for 210. Yeah, absolutely. I'm adding this to my watch list just for you, and we'll stay on top of it. Looks like it's going to zigzag a little bit over here, but as long as it stays above 210, you'll be in good territory. We're trading everything. We trade crypto ETF. We trade. I got future contracts. I got mainly stocks and ETFs, but that's pretty much what we got here. Stocks, ETFs, just hammering them. You got to come during the day, during the U.S. open markets, and then we're just going chart to chart to chart to chart to chart nonstop talking. I lose my breath sometimes. Tesla, oh my gosh, tomorrow, oof, this thing is so wild, man. This thing is so wild. I mean, it could go down 10%. It could rip up 10%. It could. This it's so wicked. This thing. It's like flipping a coin or going to the casino on Tesla TSLA. So we're gonna have to see how it does performs overnight. See if we got any gaps, and then how we open tomorrow. Really, so we gotta wait until the open to see how overnight action is. Any news coming out? When's Elon coming out with that thing? Is that today or is it 10/9? What's that thing Elon doing? Did that happen today? I gotta check that out. Elon's doing something. He's doing something. Let's check it out. Yeah, I can't see it on here. Yes, sure will. Make sure you come here. You'll love it. Oh my goodness, if Tesla drops to 375, I'm going in super heavy. 375 to 391 is like a beautiful support bottom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Until like 4:30 sometimes Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to check out this Tesla thing for you. Let's see here. X, because he posted it on Tesla's site. Here it is. 10/7. That was today. So I don't know. Does anybody know what it was? So they did something today. Model Y standard and Model 3 standard are most affordable vehicles, ultra low cost. Was this the news or? Maybe that's it. Maybe this Model 3, Model Y thing. Yep, think so. And they went down. Oh, FSD supervised version 14.1 now rolling out. Ah, their new FSD, full self-driving. Yeah, I know, right? Pony. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I like that. I like that Pepsi, that post-market Pepsi bounce there off of VWAP, all the way back up to hit 141.20, and then just went babushka right back down to 140.79. I think tomorrow is going to be a good day tomorrow. I think there's going to be a lot of action tomorrow, and I'm super excited. I think tomorrow, BIDU. Okay. Ah, is that what it is, Chad? I thought it was something like that, but trying to read an article while you're live is it gets makes me anxious, especially because I got ADHD. Silence makes me jittery. Still sick. It's been 2 weeks. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Still sick, but I'm like 90% better now. 89% better. It's like a respiratory thing. Man, guys, I love this. I love this. Ah, yes. I pay for the premium. I got Chat GPT, the premium one, and I got Grok. I pay for both of them. It's good to have both of them. I don't know. For me personally, I love them. And even with the premiums, I still max out everything. Like I create so many images on it. It's like you gotta wait a minute. You hit your maximum. I'm like, what are you talking about? I pay for extra stuff. They're like, yeah, you still hit it, bro. You gotta wait a minute. And I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to make some game apps too, like doing some coding, some algorithms, indicators, strategies, and they help me write code and fix some errors that I run into. And it's just terrific. Sometimes I hit a limit with ChatGPT on doing some script, so I run it through Grok, and Grok fixes it. And sometimes vice versa. Then sometimes I give it to ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, I'm hitting this wall here, and then ChatGPT will be like, you might want to try to rephrase this and do it this way. And it looks overcomplicated, and then it redoes it, and then I post it, hit compile, bam, fixed. I got thousands and thousands of indicators and strategies. I lost so much when Thinkorswim was purchased by Charles Schwab. Oh my gosh, I lost my whole account when they merged over. Thousands. I'm talking over a decade of custom ThinkScript algos and indicators that I personally created. Thousands, not hundreds. I mean, I did this all day long, every single day. And when they did that, my account got lost. I lost everything. Every single thing I lost. I was petrified. It was horrific. It felt like somebody died. Just with over a decade of work that I did is gone. It was crazy. All right, guys, I gotta take my dog outside. Oh, who? Somebody gifted me? What is that? Oh, shoot. Thank you. Thank you, 11. That's awesome. That's cool. That's awesome. I'll give it about 13 more minutes, guys. Yeah, she got to go out. All right, listen, guys, come here tomorrow. Come here tomorrow. We'll go live. If you want to see some pre-recordings of my full lives, go to YouTube, put 10x charting in there, search for me, and you'll see hours and hours of recorded sessions. Okay, so and you can kind of get a feeling of how we do it here. All right. And if you want to see some hype videos, you go right on here on TikTok and check them out. It's fun. Love it. It's awesome. Guys, I love this. I do it every day. Been doing it for a long time. Um, and that's it. I'm just me trying to do it. We have our community. We stick together and call the market, and it's super fun. And there's nothing else I'd rather do. I tell you guys this every day before I end my live. This is my passion. This means everything to me, and I would never want to do anything else other than look at charts, call the market, and when the market's closed, I miss it, and that really tells you when you got a passion. So um, that's it. Yeah. So join me tomorrow, guys. I'll see you tomorrow here on the live. Make sure you're there. I look forward to it. We'll do the same thing. We'll catch all the action and we'll rock and roll tomorrow. Okay. Scotty Tucker Jr. signing off. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you all.